Good morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark at GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in your earbuds, adjust your speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. In case you didn't know, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next Monday morning mailbag airs, or a piece of late-breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit-chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, coffee lovers and wet shavers everywhere. Thanks so much for tuning in to the August 7th, 2023 episode of Second Cup. Here we are at the beginning of August, which will be some of the, some of the hottest days of the summer months, is what we've always been told. The dog days of summer occur in August, but this morning it is just an absolutely delightful summer morning. It's probably about 74, 75 degrees, a little bit overcast here, and we are probably going to have some pop-up thunderstorms, but I've got the windows open. It is just an absolutely beautiful morning. I've got a cup of coffee here, and it's just one of those ideal summer mornings. It's not too hot, it's not too humid, it's not too cool. It's just right. Just open up the windows. Every once in a while, you get a nice breeze blowing through. And the sunshine will probably arrive here, probably before the pop-up thunderstorms. But it's going to be kind of one of those days. But it's a summer day. And looking out in the yard, you can see the beautiful foliage here. And nature is waking up. You might hear some of that in the background, some of the chittering of insects and some of the birds singing and that sort of thing. So I have the microphone tuned so that it's directional. So it's only picking up what is directly in front of it. I'm not sure any of that ambient noise in the background will sneak through. If it does, and it becomes bothersome, let me know. Send me an email at mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And next time around, I'll close the windows indoors. But it's just one of those mornings where I could not resist. I had to open up everything and just experience just the wonder and the beauty of nature on a summer morning. Absolutely beautiful. So how are you this morning? Great to be with you. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I have a Keurig cup here from Aldi. This is their Fair Trade certified donut store blend coffee. It's 100% Arabica coffee, 12 cups. I want to say 12 pucks. Pucks are shave soap, cups are coffee. I gotta make sure to remember that distinction. But I have 12 of the cups here for my Keurig machine. I used my K-Mini. That's the one that I cleaned out recently, and it's still working fine, still going strong. That's water in, water out, which is nice system. Takes a little longer to brew a cup of coffee, but it's working well ever since I descaled it. So, and I'm also using some kind of coffee mug here. It's electronic publishing and printing. I don't know where I got this. I may have gotten this at maybe I got this at a Reuben Awards convention, because it's electronic publishing and printing. Maybe somebody else in the family left it in my in my shelf with all the other coffee mugs. I don't know, but it holds a good 10 ounces of coffee, which is what we're having. Now, the donut store blend here that I'm using here is Bright and Nutty. On the side of the package, it says, this bright and nutty coffee showcases notes of caramel and hints of chocolate. The blend has medium body and a slightly sweet finish. It is very, very good. I like it a lot. And I think it's less than $5 for 12 of these, which is a terrific, terrific deal at your local Aldi store. So check that out if you have an Aldi's in your neighborhood. Now, when they say notes of caramel and chocolate, as you know, I don't eat chocolate. And many of the viewers out there who are coffee aficionados and know more about coffee than I do explain to me, no, that's not real coffee. That's not real chocolate in the coffee. It's just a note that evokes a chocolate kind of sensation. And I happen to do a little research, so I'll pass this on to you. We may have discussed this before in the past, but it's worth repeating. I found this online. Coffee notes are written descriptions of the aroma, taste, and character of the coffee. They are based on the natural occurring flavors and chemical compounds in the coffee bean. They are not added flavors, but rather the types of flavors and smells evoked by the coffee. They help us to guide our taste buds towards or away from coffees we may like or dislike. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. It just evokes that kind of flavor and smell. So it helps you distinguish what kind of coffee you're tasting. It's not infused into the coffee. So, you know what? Read the label. On the side of this package, it says the ingredients are just 100% Arabica coffee. That's what it says here on the side. Ingredients, Arabica coffee. That's what it says on the side. So make sure to read the label, because if you have a coffee, it could be a flavored coffee. It could have some of those things added, like high fructose corn syrup or sugar or caramel or chocolate or that kind of thing. So always look at the label to make sure it's just coffee with those coffee notes. So again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We got some great topics this morning, and we're going to get to it. So let's pay a few bills, and we'll get the show underway. Well, as many of you know, the Second Cup podcast was created so as to broadcast some information, some late-breaking news, some sales, that sort of thing, that just missed the Monday morning mailbag deadline. And this morning is no exception. We have something from viewer Charles Price, and he wrote regarding a sale taking place at Pasteur's Pharmacy. Now, Chuck wrote the following. Mark saw this and thought of the channel. Hope all is well. And he forwarded an email that he received from Pasteur's Pharmacy. Now, they have a 25% off on exclusive soaps when you use the code COLLAB25. That's COLLAB 25. Now, unfortunately, this is ending on August 6th. Today's August 7th. However, I'm going to include it just in case they extend it. And we'll have a link to Pasteur's Pharmacy. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you get these notices of the sales that are weekends only. And this is what Charles has sent along, one of these weekend-only sales. However, there is a 50% off sale going on Lodrino shave soaps, Lodrino. Now, there is no limit on this. I don't see a cutoff date, which is why I'm going to talk about it here. The Lodrino items are 50% off. And as they write on the product page, we have fantastic news for all grooming enthusiasts. For a limited time, we're offering an incredible 50% discount on our premium shaving soaps and aftershaves collection. Experience the ultimate shaving experience and elevate your daily routine with these top-notch products. Now, again, this is for the Lodrino line of items, as I understand it, and there is no cutoff date. There was a cutoff date on the 25% off with the COLLAB25 code that you could use, and it said expires on August 6, 2023. Again, I'm including it because you never know. They might decide, well, hey, we'll just keep it going one more day, which is why I'm talking about it. But the Lodrino items, they don't have any kind of expiration date. I don't see anything there that says, yeah, the cutoff date is the 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever. It's just a limited time for a limited time. So I don't know what that limited time is, which is why we're talking about it here. But here is one of the shaving soaps that I found here. Lodrino 34th Street NYC shaving soap, 150-gram tub. Now that's about 4.3 ounces, I think. Alexa, how many ounces is 150 grams?
150 grams is about 5.3 ounces.
Yeah, 5.3 ounces. And here's what they have to say. The original price is $25.99. The sale price right now, $13. And as they say, this collaboration was made by Lodrino from Spain and landed on our shelves. The fragrance was inspired by Jimmy Choo Man perfume. Scent notes, and now here's what they describe the scent notes. It is a fragrance full of woody aromas, but maintains a modern masculine freshness. Top notes of lavender and mandarin orange are softened by cantaloupe and fruity melon with a core of pink geranium pepper blended with pineapple leaves. Wow, that sounds perfect for summertime, to be honest with you. So it's $13, 15% off. And hopefully, by the time this airs, this sale, this 50% off sale on Lodrino shaving items at Pasteur Pharmacy will still be going on. The 25% off sale on some of their other exclusive soaps, I can't promise you anything on that, but I am mentioning in passing just in case they decide to extend it. But it looks like this Lodrino shaving and grooming items, 50% off. That seems to be a limited time. What that time limit is, I don't know, which is why we're going to include it here. So hopefully, Monday morning, this morning, when this airs, you'll be able to get 50% off on the Lodrino 34th Street NYC shaving soap and other Lodrino items from Pasteur Pharmacy. Thanks very, very much to Charles Price for passing this along. Now, speaking of sales and extensions, we want to mention again that Zach Norton over at Norton Custom Design, his Etsy store, has extended his 15% off promotion until September 1st, 2023. That's right. Originally, the promotion was going to end on August 1st, and Zach decided, you know what, I'm going to extend it to September 1st for all the listeners and viewers of the Monday Morning Mailbag, and I thought that was absolutely fantastic. So my thanks to Zach Norton for very kindly doing that for all the viewers and listeners out there. All you have to do is use the code 3MBAG. That's the number 3, followed by capital M, capital B, capital A, capital G, 3M bag. Use that code and you'll get 15% off until September 1st, 2023. And of course, Zach is making these beautiful 3D printed razor cases, and he has expanded his offerings. We talked about the case that he's now making for the Rockwell 6C or 6S. Absolutely beautiful. And he has razor cases for the Blackbird, and really, I think he's even got some brush cases that he's introducing. Get up to his Etsy store and you'll see everything there. It really is an amazing collection of 3D printed items that will help house and transport your favorite razor or brush. So again, Zach Norton, Norton Custom Design, 15% off until September 1st, 2023. Use the code 3MBAG. Well, speaking of sales, again, Tim Whitcup sent along this heads up, and he wrote, by the way, they're selling the Supply SE on Amazon, and he sent the link to me. And sure enough, when I clicked on that link, there it was. The Supply SE was available for sale. Now that I'm clicking on it again, right before airing the podcast, it is currently unavailable, but it's still listed there. So we'll pass along that link. because I'm thinking it's gonna be restocked. They're gonna have it back in stock, hopefully fairly soon, because Supply has an entire Amazon store right there, and we will link to the Supply SE, and we'll also link to the Supply store on Amazon where you can find all of their products. But it looks like the Supply SE is currently unavailable. My guess is it'll be made available again. It'll be back in stock. So that's why we're going to mention it here on the Second Cup podcast. And my thanks to Tim Whitcup for passing along that heads up. That's really, really neat because we were talking about on the Monday morning mailbag just this morning, if you had $100 to spend on Amazon, what shaving gear would you get? And this would be perfect. I love this razor, as you know. It's just my go-to for a head shave, and I love it for face shaves. And it really kind of brought me along in really, really appreciating the single edge injector razor. Working with the Supply SE really enhanced my use of the classic vintage Schick injector razors. It just must have been the ease of use of the Supply SE, the way you were able to find the angle. I was able maybe perhaps to develop the muscle memory so that when I went back to a vintage Schick injector razor with a little better blade, which was the Schick Pro Line B20s, boy, the result was just absolutely wonderful. And I credit the Supply SE with the improved use of the Schick vintage injector razors, and really, really enjoy using them. But the Supply SE is definitely a go-to for head shaves for me. But anyhow, I wanted to mention that to you, and thanks to Tim for passing along the heads up. He also passed along information on 3 different Parker razors that are currently available at some savings. The Model 78R is a 3-piece closed comb safety razor, and it comes with 5 Parker Platinum blades. This is on sale for 15% off. There's a 15% off coupon that you can click on, and it moves the price from $27.77 to $23.61. And this is a terrific razor. I've reviewed this one. It has a nice thin handle with a lot of heft, and it is a really, really nice, mild, efficient shaver. Really, really like the 78R. And I think it was viewer Jamie Horn, that first mentioned it to the channel, saying, hey, you got to try this razor. I think it was him. If I'm incorrect in that, and you know of who gave us the heads up on that, please comment. Send me an email at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will correct that. But 78R, 15% off. Tim sent that along. Also, the Parker semi-slant safety razor has some savings attached to it. We talked about this safety razor on the Monday morning mailbag this morning. We got an update from a viewer named Harry who was working with the semi-slant, and he liked it a lot. Well, you can get this on sale. You can save 19% on the graphite version of the Parker semi-slant razor. So that moves the price from $31.99 down to $25.77. And I think there's an additional 5% coupon available on that one as well. So that'll get you another $1.50 or so off the razor, which is pretty darn good. Also, the semi-slant, the Parker semi-slant in rose gold is on sale. You can save 27% on this one. So if you prefer rose gold, hey, my gosh, you're in luck, because the price originally was, 30 some odd dollars? It's $23.99. Wow, that's quite a savings. So check that out. We'll have a link to that also. Let me just punch it up here on my browser as I'm talking about it right here. 27% off. And I'm trying to find what the original price was. The original price is $31.99, and it's been marked down to $23.99. And there's another 5% coupon on top of that that's available. So check that out. So my gosh, that's quite a savings when you think about it. You'll get it below $23. And again, I have this rose gold handle with my 56R, and I like it a lot. And I'm almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to get the rose gold semi-slant because I have a semi-slant. It's a terrific razor. So, yeah, just add it to the collection, I guess. Can you say rad? Razor acquisition disorder? Yeah. So there are some deals on Parker razors we want to pass along to you. And hopefully by the time this airs, they will still be available. And again, some great savings on some great Parker razors. They deliver some wonderful, wonderful shaves. Many of the viewers out there who have purchased and used the Parker semi-slant razor, the 78R, really agree with the assessment of many others that these are really, really terrific, terrific razors. Very, very well made, and they deliver some really, really wonderful, mild, yet highly efficient shaves. So my thanks to Tim Whitcup for passing along the heads up on the Supply SE and also the Parker razors. Well, we were just talking about the Parker razors that Tim Whitcup had given us a heads up on, the semi-slants in graphite and rose gold and also the 78R. And I got this message from Tim. Hey, Mark, I bought the 78R based on your review and I love it. It's a mild shaver, but I love mild razors. I have the 87R, which is, for me, kind of aggressive. I bought Cella soap. For me, it has a sweet cherry smell. I don't really smell almonds, but that's okay. I haven't tried it yet. I used Parasso Tube Refreshing, and it was exactly that, refreshing. I'm kind of upset with Amazon. The box was open and the tube was beat up like it had been squeezed. They won't accept returns, but I wasn't going to waste it. I also bought a Mercur 42C, but the head was missing. Crazy, right? Anyway, great shave with the 78R Parasso Green Shave Cream. I also bought the Cella based off your review. I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah, well, the Parasso Refreshing that Tim is referring to is the Parasso Green. He bought it in a metal tube. I'm sorry to hear that it was squeezed a little bit and beat up. I think that's probably just handling or maybe coming from Italy overseas. My best guess. I'm not entirely sure about that. Sorry to hear about the Mercur 42C. That is kind of crazy. I would definitely contact Amazon and get a hold of Mercur on that. And when you get that all straightened out, let us know how you like the 42C. That really is kind of crazy. But the one thing I've learned about Amazon, they will make it right. They are very, very good about that. Now, as far as returns for shave soaps and shave creams, I'm not entirely sure what Amazon's policy is regarding that. And I really haven't run into that situation yet. However, I'll make a mental note of it. If I do run into that situation, I'll report to everyone, what it involved, if I was able to return an item, that sort of thing. But yeah, great to hear that you got the 78R. And again, folks, Tim reports that it's a mild shaver, and he likes it a lot. And I have found that it is mild, but it is really, really a very, very nicely efficient razor. For me, looking back, as I recall, it's a three-pass shave for me. 1 day's worth of beard growth. It's going to be 2 to 3 passes. Say 2 passes and a touch-up, or 2 passes and a touch-up, or 3 passes. Right in that ballpark. 2 with a touch-up, or 3. Right in there, depending on how much of a day's growth I have. But that's the kind of razor it impresses me as. Now, again, I'm a fair-skinned individual. My skin borders on that side of the spectrum. So it's not as demanding. My beard and skin type are not as demanding as some other wet shavers out there. So the 78R for me is perfect. I like mild razors, and putting in a little sharper blade really delivers a wonderful, wonderful shave for me. So again, the Parker 78R is going to be, with 1 day's worth of beard growth, is going to be anywhere from a 2-pass to a 3-pass shave. Let me express it that way. I hope I didn't confuse you before. But Tim, thanks very much for the mini review on the 78R. Really, really do appreciate that. Glad that you got the razor. I love mine. I like it a lot. And right now, based on the heads up that you gave us, it comes in at a really, really nice price point. So check it out, folks. We'll have a link in the description below the podcast. So if you want to explore, just click on that link. And also, Tim, please let us know how the return on the Mercure 42C goes. And if you do get it returned, if you do get it resolved, however it goes, and you're able to use it and review it, please pass along a review. I know a lot of listeners and viewers out there would be very, very interested in hearing your thoughts and experience with the Mercure 42C. And also, thanks very, very much for your mini review on the Parker 78R. Well, if you happen to catch this morning's episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you'll know that in new wet shaving gear, Beth Jones gave us a heads up on Gillette Menorah Golden Shave razor blades that are available at Bull Goose Shaving. They were able to acquire 20,000 of these. And from what I understand and from what Bull Goose Shaving is saying, these blades are rather rare. At least that's the impression I get from reading their product page. Anyhow, Beth Jones gave us a heads up on these blades that they're available at Bull Goose Shaving, and she also sent along a review, and we want to share it with you this morning. We're also going to share it again on the Monday Morning Mailbag on the 14th, but if you're tuning in today, hey, you get kind of a sneak peek of her review. And she wrote, Mark, I received my order of Menorah Golden Shave razor blades today and have written my review of those blades. So she continues here. So here's my review of the Gillette Menorah Golden Shave razor blades. I use the Henson Mild version 2 razor and supply shave cream. I am a lady wet shaver, and while my shaving needs are not as demanding as gentlemen wet shavers' needs, the Menorah Golden Shave razor blades are very sharp and provided me with a very smooth, efficient shave with little to no blade feel. For comparison, I have also used the Paul Silver razor blades and the Super Iridium razor blades with the Henson version 2.0 razor. And when I used those blades, I got a small amount of blade feel, but I also got a sense of just how sharp those blades are. With the Menorah Golden Shave razor blades, for me, there was no sense of how sharp these blades are. Also, in comparison to my beloved Gillette Swede razor blades, I believe the Menorah blades are just a tad sharper and smoother than the Swedes, but both blades will provide excellent shave results with little to no blade feel. For another comparison, I have also used the Filoso razor blades, and I would put the Filoso razor blades on par with the Menorah Golden Shave razor blades. As always, your mileage may vary. Hey, Beth, thanks very, very much for a great informative review. Love the comparisons to some of the other razors we've talked about on the channel and have reviewed ourselves. Thank you very, very much. I'm surprised. I'm really excited to try these because I'm with you. The Gillette Swede blade is absolutely fantastic. Folks, if you have not tried the Gillette Swede blade, get up to Bull Goose Shaving and give those a try. They are absolutely wonderful. Beth very, very kindly sent some along to the channel. We've reviewed these blades. They are fantastic. She's absolutely correct. They are smooth. They are sharp. They have very, very little blade feel, but my goodness, do they deliver an absolutely awesome shave. And to hear that the Gillette Menorah blades are right there in the ballpark with the Swedes, yeah. Now I'm really excited to try them again and get a review done. Now, I'm not entirely sure of the packaging, but the packaging of the Menorah blades that I have are not the Golden Shave packaging. So I'm kind of wondering if this is the same razor blade that I have. Mine just say Menorah razor blades. These are Menorah Golden Shave razor blades. And I'm wondering if these blades are the same. Now, again, when you read the product page, they say something about the packaging, which enabled some people where these are being marketed to acquire gold. Maybe that's why it says Golden Shave, but I'm also thinking maybe the blade is slightly different from the regular menorah blade. If anyone out there knows, please, please, please comment or send me an email at mondaymailbag@gmail.com so we can investigate a little bit further or get an answer. So really interested in trying these again and doing a review. They sound absolutely fantastic. Beth, thank you so much for a very, very informative review and making those comparisons with other popular razor blades out there that people are very, very familiar with. Thanks again, Beth. Really, really do appreciate it. This just recently came in from viewer Bill Murphy, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. Today I received Phoenix Shaving Gingerbread Man that was released as Christmas in July celebration. I had two surprises when I opened the box. The first surprise was that I got a holographic label, as I did not order quickly because I was busy at the time and could not order. The second surprise came when I opened the tub to smell the scent of the soap and saw a smiley face looking at me. I know this is not a new scent, but just wanted to show you the surprise smiley face." And of course, he included photographs. We'll include these photographs in the next Monday morning mailbag so you can get a look at them. It really is a neat approach. I'm going to give it a try for my shave, tomorrow's shave. Being Phoenix Shaving CK6, I know I will get a great shave. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Bill Murphy. Hey, Bill, thanks very much for passing this along. Christmas in July celebrations that recently occurred. And you know what? I apologize. I didn't talk enough about Christmas in July. It just kind of came and went. And I guess I was involved in some other things. But the good news is this is still available at Phoenix Shaving at the time I'm recording this. Gingerbread Man. And it looks absolutely fantastic. Let's get a look at the scent notes. Cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, molasses, brown sugar, vanilla, and atomic age bay rum. Wow, how did I miss this one? Wow. Well, I didn't exactly miss it because it's still available. So check it out. We'll have a link below to Gingerbread Man, part of the Christmas in July celebration at Phoenix Shaving. Thanks very, very much to Bill Murphy for giving us the heads up on this. And Bill, after you use it, please, please, please review it. Send along your thoughts and comments on this. I'm sure the viewers and listeners out there would be very interested in how the scent was, how it performed, that sort of thing. Thanks again, Bill. Really do appreciate it. Now, before I get out of here, I'm not going to recommend a movie or a book or a streaming show or anything like that. This week, I'm going to recommend a restaurant. And not just any restaurant. It's a fast food restaurant that has a hometown feel to it. Boy, I really, really enjoyed it. And it's Culver's. Now, when I went to the Maggard meetup, and I don't know if I mentioned this, when I went to the Maggard meetup, they gave us a voucher for $12 to be used at any of the local eateries that were participating. And the one that they mentioned was Culver's. That was on the list because their friend owns this particular Culver's restaurant right there in Adrian, Michigan. So after I left the meetup, I thought, well, you know what? I'll grab dinner before I hit the road, which is what I did. And I stopped at that Culver's on my way out of Adrian, Michigan. And I've never been to a Culver's, and I've heard them advertised on local radio because there are a couple of locations in Cleveland, one on the west side, one on the east side, and I think also in Akron. They're famous for the Butter Burger, and I think they are home-based in Wisconsin. Anyhow, I had a butter burger with some fries and a root beer, and my gosh, was that fantastic. I absolutely love this butter burger. Now, as they write on their website here, every Culver's butter burger is made with fresh, never frozen beef and always seared after your order. Then we top it with a lightly buttered toasted bun. Order your favorite in a single, double, or triple, and we'll build the perfect burger just for you. Your choice, our pleasure. Yeah, it was terrific. I want to go back again. And they have frozen custard there and just a really different kind of burger place than you might be familiar with. You've heard me talk about Bob Evans before, restaurant chain that started in Ohio and is in several states over here in the Midwest area. Culver's is like a cross between a Bob Evans and say a Wendy's or that sort of establishment. It has that kind of feel to it. It has that hometown Bob Evans kind of sit-down feel to it, but they serve burgers like you would get at a Wendy's or any other fast food burger place. But it just has a friendlier hometown feel to it. And the food is really, really very, very good. I really, really liked it. And anywhere I go, I mention Culver's to folks. And I am hearing from more and more people that I talk to that they have tried it and they absolutely love and enjoy the Culver's Butter Burger. So they have a full menu there. I really haven't explored a lot of it because this was my only time there. But as I say, there is a location on the east side of Cleveland in Eastlake, Ohio, and over in Strongsville. So if I'm ever in any of those areas or even the greater Akron area, and it's lunchtime or dinner time, I'm going to go out of my way and I'm going to get myself a Culver's Butter Burger. I will link their website below where you can find a location near you. And I absolutely enjoyed that burger. It was such a wonderful change of pace from the regular fast food fare that's out there. This was really, really terrific. And the folks who waited on me were just delightful. They were happy to see me. They were attentive. They took my order. They brought it to my table. I mean, it came to my table very, very quickly. You walk up, you give your order, you get your soft drink, you sit down, you put the number on the table, and I'm telling you, 2 minutes later, not even, there's your food. Really, really remarkable. So check them out. We'll link it below. Culver's Butter Burgers. Really, really enjoyed the Butter Burger that I had when I was at the Maggard meetup this past June in Adrian, Michigan. Culver's Butter Burgers. Check them out. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who contributed to today's show, and I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that Second Cup.